Hello, hello. Well, welcome back to the Pink Floyd Completion Project. Today we are looking at an album that I had never heard before embarking on this project. I hadn't heard it until today. Um, wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. In all honesty, this is today we are looking at Nick Mason's Fictitious Sports. Um, so this was technically this was released in 1981, so I should have done it after The Wall Live but before the final cut, but I wanted to wrap up the story of The Wall before we, moved into the 80s, or moved into the next chapter proper. So this is going to kick off our this round of solo albums, sorry, or I guess kind of conclude the first round. Um, so yeah, Nick Mason, obviously he drums on this album. Every single song was written by a jazz musician by the name of Carla Bley. I don't know anything about her other than that. So can't get my motor to start. It's a goofy novelty 50s type song uh with a disco flavor. It sounds like if King Crimson was made up of a bunch of small town dads. That's what it. That's kind of how I would describe it. It's very, very strange. And when I first heard it start, I was just like, "This is kind of bad, but I kind of love this." It's kind of terrible. The song is kind of terrible, but I kind of love it. It's so what the fuck? The energy, my immediate reaction to it was, what the fuck? Like that. It was just so weird. Um, yeah. I was wrong. It's got a jazzy beginning. Can't tell if I love or hate the vocals. I love the bass line, and it's kind of, jazz disco. And it kind of has, the entire album kind of has a Frank Zappa flavor to it a little bit. If you're a fan of Frank Zappa, I think you'll like this, because it's very much not like the Floyd. It's very much more in the vein of King Crimson or Frank Zappa. but I like both of those, so I kind of love this. Um, Siam, it's got a nice slow groove. It sounds like if, again, this is when I made the realization, it sounds like if Genesis stayed proggy and then fused with Frank Zappa. It's so weird. It's it's really, really goofy. A lot of these I didn't have much to say about, but this is the first one where I was just like, okay, they were legitimately trying with this one. This was the first song on the album where I was just like, they were legitimately trying, and because I thought it was just gonna be, goofy novelty songs for 36 minutes, and it wasn't, and I'm very happy that it wasn't goofy novelty songs. I like a goofy novelty song. I just don't want to listen to 10 by the same group of people. um, yeah. Hot River. It's got an awesome guitar intro. Continues with the Zappa vibes. Overall epic energy. Fucking cool guitar solo, which sounds like it was played by David Gilmour. It wasn't, but it sounds like Dave. It really does. I don't know if it just genuinely sounds like Dave played it. And it's a genuinely great song. Booty You Too, it's another goofy ass novelty song. I kind of love it. But it has more cool guitar work. Do Ya is another it's got another jazzy intro. It's got great wind work, more Zappa energy. Lots of wind instruments on this one, which contributes to the Frank Zappa and King Crimson energy. So yeah. Um, yeah. Wervin, it could be Wervin could be a sequel to Can't Get My Motor to Start. It's got a similar what the fuck energy. It's got a cool sax solo. And then in the last, like, minute, somebody was quite gassy. It sounds like somebody just farted into the mic repeatedly, and then they just left that in. It's it's goofy, but it's goofy, but I like it. I really like this album. I like it just speaks to a part of my brain that I don't know which part it speaks to. It could speak to multiple parts, but I love it. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm a mineralist. It's very odd, like the rest of the album. It starts off slow and goofy. Reminds me of that one Mario Kart track, the one where you're, on a boardwalk over the ocean and the ghosts and shit. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, but then in the second half, now I'm grooving, and then in the second half, it gets, almost like a Gentle Giant peel the paint type energy. Gentle Giant is a band you kind of have to be in the mood for. So I don't think I'll ever do a completion project on them. I doubt it. Uh, yeah, and then this fella is horny for minerals. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go over the personnel. Carla Bley is on the keys, wrote all of the songs. Robert Wyatt is on vocals. Karen Kraft is on backing vocals. Chris Spedding is on guitar. Steve Swallow on bass. Michael Mantle on trumpet. Gary Window on sax. Gary Valentine on trombone. Howard Johnson on tuba, and then just a whole bunch of people on backing vocals. And the album cover was designed by Hypnosis. I recommend it. I'm on the fence on whether or not I want to buy it, but I do recommend that you give this a listen, just because it's so what the hell. It's just what the hell, and I love it. If you're a fan of Frank Zappa, I think you'll like this one. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you like this video, leave a like on it. If you have something to add, please do that in the comments below. If you want to continue along this musical journey with me, please feel free to subscribe. If you want to hear me talking about something other than music, I have a podcast called Dorkies. I will link that in I will link the most recent episode of that in the description below. And if you want to hear what I'm listening to that day, or a 15-second segment at least, you can follow me on Instagram at Sean_Heaster1979. And next time, I do believe I will be looking at Roger Waters' technically debut solo album. It's his second. Roger Waters' Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking. And with that, I would like to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.